the Samsung Galaxy Z Flip 6. Let's open the box and see what's inside. Dave Taylor here, and I have a brand new Samsung Galaxy Z Flip 6 Android smartphone. And it's in the box. I want to show you the unboxing. That'll give you a couple of demos as we go through a lot of specs. To start out, it is a very minimalist box. It is really small. Honestly, it's just like 3x the size of the phone itself in thickness. And otherwise, you can see the dimensions pretty similar. So we'll open it up, and then it looks like all you have here is the phone. I'm going to actually take this out, and it's just like, well, that's everything, right? Well, they've sort of hidden other things, but let's take this screen off. And then there's one on the back, so we'll take that one off too, because it's a dual screen phone. And I'm going to just wake it up, and so there you can see it. And it has the inside screen is a 6.7-inch screen. Maybe unlock it here. Here we go, at least you get there. So it's a 6.7-inch screen at 2640 by 1080. And then the outer screen, which turns on there, and I haven't adjusted any of the settings to make it brighter or anything, but this inner screen is 3.4 inches, and it's 720 by 748. And I shouldn't call it the inner screen, I should call it the cover screen. So you can use it like this, and there are some apps, and certainly all the notifications and stuff not just show up, but you can interact with them. And then of course, if you open it up, then that becomes the back, and then this is where the cameras are. You can see Samsung's kind of bucking the trend by only having 2 cameras instead of 3 or 4, but 2 cameras is plenty. So the 2 cameras on the back here, one of them is a 50 megapixel f1.8, and the other is a 12 megapixel f2.2. On the inside, let me again wake up that screen. On the inside, you have a 10 megapixel f2.2. Now, I know I'm unboxing it, but I sort of snuck out anyway and took a couple of pictures. So here's a couple of different photos I took with the exterior camera. And then here's a sample video, just so you can get a sense of how crystal clear its camera system is. While I'm at it, let's go ahead and have a little more fun with this. So I'm going to actually do a video. So I got it, let me make sure I got all the settings right. So this, I have to move it back a ways, but what I'm going to do is I'm going to switch video, and you're going to see what it records in fold up mode. You can see the way it's set up, and it will be the microphone built into the Samsung. So hi, so here it is where I'm recording myself on the Flip 6, and you can see it does have a remarkable job. This is really fun. And yeah, I gotta be a little far away, and maybe I'll move a little further away, and you have to fiddle with the angle and everything, but you can, and you can get the results you want. And I think that that makes this pretty darn cool. Now, let me switch back to the other camera so I can show you some more features. That's a pretty cool little demo, I think, and you can see that this is the multiple generations in with the Samsung Flip design, and it's really very smooth. And when it's open, you can only barely see any sort of seam on that inner screen, and you can certainly use it, and it's going to look just great. So in terms of the CPU, it is powered by a Snapdragon 8 Gen 3, and that's an octa-core like so many of them are. So it has 8 different cores, each running at different speeds ranging from 3.39 gigahertz down to 2.2 gigahertz. You don't really need to care about the speed of the different processors, but having multiple cores means it can do multiple things at once, which is important because it runs Android 14 and has Galaxy AI. So a lot of the AI smarts that we're seeing on computers are now migrating their way down onto phones. And so you see that in some of the smart AI powered features in the camera and photo editing. but Samsung's added some of its own tricks too, including live translate and stuff. So really nice. So it also has Wi-Fi 6, Bluetooth 5.3. It's a 4,000 megahertz, so hello, a 4,000 milliamp hour battery. I don't know where megahertz came from. That's not how you measure batteries. And that's bigger than the Flip 5. And they say that gives you 23 hours of video playback if that's how you want to do it, or 68 hours of music playback. Suffice to say, if you have this fully charged and you use this for a day, it should absolutely last 24 hours without any problem, even if you're playing hardcore games or whatever. Now, a couple of quick close-ups. On the bottom, you can see USB-C for charging, and that little cutout, I'm pretty sure that is actually a microphone back there. And then on the left side, there's a SIM carrier, although it is an eSIM phone. So I think what they're hoping is that you'll just use the eSIM, which doesn't involve any physical device, and you can make this a 2-line phone. It's pretty cool. And then on the left side, you have the usual power and then volume up and down. That's everything you have on the hinge, the word Samsung. And I gotta say, just stepping away from this for just a second, I love this design. I think this is so cool. I would absolutely just jump onto this and get one of these, except I'm kind of in the iPhone ecosystem, and Apple, I really wish you would come out with an iPhone with this form factor. If I could run iOS on this, I would do that in a minute. And it's just so cool to have like this screen on the front, and then you open it up and you've got a full-size smartphone just like everyone else, but yours folds in half so you can put it in your pocket. How cool is that? Now, weight-wise, it's 6.6 ounces, and it supports fast charging 2, which I believe is Qi 2, which means that if you want to charge it wirelessly, it'll charge much faster than the first generation of the system. Eco score-wise, AT&T gives this an impressive 20 out of 20. So that's a really nice eco score. And one other great thing about this is that the Flip 6 is IP48, which means you could even drop this in the pool or in, say, while you're like cooking or doing the dishes or something, and it just falls into the water or in the sink or something. It could be immersed at up to 5 feet for up to 30 minutes and it won't have a problem, which means it can definitely handle you splashing on it or getting some rain on it. So I'm so excited to see devices actually get all of this weather capability. So 2x eSIM, and we are unboxing, so let's just go a little further. So this side is literally just a little travel case for this to get to you on intact, and then everything else is tucked on the lid, so you actually have to look for it, but then you pop this out and let's just see what else is included. So that's everything. So we have the lid, the base, the phone, and then let's see what paperwork we get. We have some specs. This looks like it's something to do with international sales. AT&T Quick Start Guide. Help protect your memories with AT&T Personal Cloud, and terms and conditions. And then there is the ever popular SIM removal tool, which of course you won't need if you're using an eSIM. And there's a charging cable that's USB-C to USB-C. So the most common way people are going to charge this is just to plug it into their computer or something. And that's really everything. Now, I should say AT&T loaned me this phone for the purposes of this review, which is super nice of them. This is a really nice phone. It's really a great piece of engineering, and if you're an Android user, then this is just a wonderful option for you, and it's just a very modern form factor. Now, Samsung also introduced their Fold 6, which if you imagine that there's like 2 of these and it folds out to be a double wide screen, that's what the Fold is. I prefer the Flip because it's just smaller. Look at that. That's a fully functional, modern, super fast, super capable Android phone. There is nothing not to love about that. Now, storage-wise, 256 gig or 512 gig, comes in 4 colors. This might be hard to see. This is their blue. They also have silver and mint and a really nice yellow color. So it's everything really, really cool. Not a whole lot in the box, but you don't really need much. Nowadays, all you really need is the phone, and you can get up and going in a few minutes and you're ready to rock and roll. This is a prime choice if you're an Android user. No way around it. Now, price-wise, we should talk about that, but before we get there, I'm going to ask you to subscribe to my channel. Just do it. Click or tap on that subscribe button, hit that bell icon for notifications, give me a thumbs up if this was of value, and I hope it was. And don't forget, I'll come back with a lot more demo footage of this phone. I will go and do a lot more and show slow-mo and all the other features and night mode and all of that. But for now, I hope this was something of great value, and this is the Samsung Galaxy Z Flip 6 Android smartphone, and it is $1,099 at 512 gig of storage at AT&T.com, or you can pick it up for 36 monthly payments of $30.56. And either way, this is a real cherry of a phone. If you're an Android person, you owe it to yourself to check this out. That's all I got. I will catch you when I have the full review, if not before, and I'll hope to see you in my next video.